Now, I will say there's only two people who actually know the full story, and that is Rev News and that is GMAN. They both know. I know, but they both know the full story. Now, I think next time in the future, depending who it is,
if you find someone.
Yeah, if I find someone, I'm not going to make everything.
Right now, you need to take care of you.
Yes, Mom. But, you know, there are brothers in Christ who I find very, very, very attractive and never said anything about. You may think that I was flirting with them, and maybe I unintentionally was flirting with them. Pertaining to GMAN, for instance, I have a lot of people coming up to me, your marriage failed because you were flirting with GMAN. I'm sorry, no marriage should fail because you flirt with someone. I mean, how many of you guys really, how many of you guys actually flirt with women every day?
Ooh, what happened to your face?
How many of you women actually flirt with other men every day? I bet it's a lot of you. I bet it's a lot of you. You know? And if I ever, in all honesty, I never intentionally flirted with GMAN. Never. I can now, though. GMAN.
You need to take care of you.
I agree. But GMAN, your body is built like a Greek god, I'm just saying.
Nasty!
My mom's putting her head in my shoulder, in her face. She is face palming me. My mother is face palming me.
It's not, because you know what? Systematically, I was the oppressor, even though I wasn't even born during that time, and neither were you dumbasses were born during that time. And how the hell am I impressing you now exactly? Right. You can do whatever the fuck you want. Obviously, you can call me a white nigger, a white bitch, a white whore, whatever the fuck you want.
That's correct.
Dumb cunts.
You uncultured swine!
How the fuck does that work? There's no racism in the country for white people. It can't be. But my wife can be called a white nigger. Huh? But blacks are oppressed. Oh, we're so oppressed. Look at all the fucking money we got from the fucking welfare system to buy fucking lobster tails on your fucking EBT card. We're so oppressed. I had a filet mignon tonight with Tyrone on my EBT card. Oh, the blacks are so oppressed.
Oh my God, honey.
Are you fucking kidding me? It's 2019, you stupid fuck.
Deal.
Yeah, I mean, how long is he gonna drag this shanny&rev made me lose the house? It's been 9 months. You telling me in 9 months he couldn't get a job?
9 months? Come on, dude.
In this economy, when job unemployment is the lowest it's ever been.
You know the convenient we always used to go to get the beers?
Uh-huh.
They were looking for new people every month there.
Yes.
Because it's a college town and people leave and they're in need of employees. They were always like, why don't you come and work here, dude? You're here all the time. I'm like, dude, I'm not going to work if I don't have to because my tax person tells me not.
Oh, that's nasty.
Not to work because if I did, I'd be making too much money and it would put me in a higher tax bracket and I'd be fucked with taxes.
Oh, Pauline.
That's why I don't work, folks. I have job skills. I can operate a cash register. I can add 2 and 2. I have job skills. My tax situation is such that I can't work because it would put me in a higher tax bracket and I'd be paying huge taxes. Okay? My mother was in the same position and people were always jealous of her too. It's jealousy.
Me and Jason are about to be fully on the streets. And I need a lot of prayers right now. Because I'm scared to death because it's pretty much, GMAN gave me a death sentence.
Oh, Pauline.
Good evening, I'm Lisa Washington. Scott Schaefer has the night off. We begin tonight in Lackawanna County, where more than a dozen people are now without a home after being told to leave a motel in Scott Township because of an oil spill. Newswatch 16's Jack Culkin spoke with those who say they have nowhere else to go. He's live in our newsroom tonight with the story. Jack.
Lisa, after an oil spill condemned the only place they can call home, close to 20 people are now without a place to sleep tonight as temperatures dip near freezing.
I heard a boom, boom, boom at the door, and I'm like, what is this?
Jason Egroff woke up to firefighters pounding on his and other residents' doors after an oil spill at Motel 81 in Scott Township. According to the residents, the spill happened because of missing copper pipe in the basement of the building. Once the spill was under control, Egroff and others were told to get out. He says the owner of the motel didn't offer them any assistance.
No notice. No sympathy, not we're going to do this for you. Like, he's got a bunch of homeless people here now. It's insane.
Listen, Shanny, I think I speak for a lot of people online, both from the Christians and the reaction community. You need to stop this crying and this whining about being depressed and being in terrible pain and all this other garbage and everything. All right? You get on here 1 minute, you claim that you're a Bible-believing Christian, that you trust in Jesus Christ, yet you never, ever show that with how you live. All right. Both you and Jason are claiming that you believe in the principles of Jesus, yet neither one of you follow his principle of actually working. The reason why you are in poverty and the reason why you are suffering the way that you're suffering right now is because you refuse to get a job and change your circumstances. If you want things to change, you're going to have to get a job. There are going to be no more free handouts for you.
So this is what GMAN really meant to say when he said, Shannon, I don't owe you any money. What he really meant to say is, Shanny, you have a tits and vagina and you're married to someone.
No, I'm not saying that because you're a woman. It has nothing to do with that. It has absolutely nothing to do with that. That's how you perceive it.
So I owe him money, not you money, because apparently when you're in a marriage, your finances aren't together.
Now, let's just say, hypothetically speaking, you was actually married to Rev. I'm talking about with paperwork where if anything happened to him, everything would belong to you. Or let's say you had a joint bank account where the two of you were married and everything that he had was yours and vice versa. Then it would have to be in the form of a loan, and you never loaned anything to me. You gave to me. Now, since the whole world, including YouTube, actually knows that the two of you are not married, you don't got an argument. So I don't owe you anything. What you did was give away Rev's money. That's what you did. You gave it to your mother. You gave some to me. You gave some to Drag. You gave some to a whole bunch of other people. All right. And according to you, it was a charitable work that you did. You were just trying to help people out. So if you're trying to help people out, where exactly do you get this I owe you stuff?
Which is kind of funny, G-Man, actually. Especially if you look in the past and all the times you were given money by me, it was by the money apparently I don't own.
Duh.
But
you didn't own it. All of that money belonged to Rev. It wasn't your money, Shanny. It was Rev's. It was never your money. It was Rev's.
You were so willing to take money that I don't own, according to you.
Which is why I said I'm willing to help Rev, provided that Rev meets certain criteria.
Rev, do you understand that all you have left out of almost $1 million in cash and in assets, that the only thing that you have left is Shanny and a dirty black sweater that really needs to be thrown in the garbage? Now just listen to me, man. I'm just going to keep it $1.50 with you, okay? You have Shanny and a dirty black sweater. You have nothing, absolutely nothing to show for what happened to that inheritance that you had, that you squandered, that you allowed this woman to come into your life and to squander. You bought this woman expensive cologne. Expensive perfume. You bought her expensive food. You bought her rings. You got her everything her heart desired. And now that Shanny is the breadwinner, you know what her food stands for? You can barely get a jar of peanut butter.
They're like, uh-oh. They're like, uh-oh. What's he doing? You'll see. Because there's somebody in my life, or that was in my life, that appeared to be a benevolent person in my life. It appeared that way. I'm starting to embrace fully the understanding of my spirit, where I could literally, if I knew how to will it, that I could be at the throne room of God right now if I wanted to be.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
The one thing that I want you to know about me, because there's a lot of people that probably don't remember me from 2012, I'm the same guy. On my Christian walk, I meet a man that goes by the name of Gary Lamont Moore. In real life, that's his full name. On the internet, this man is known as GMAN. Now, I was living in Colorado in the 2019 time period, say. And I was a privileged kid like Raven. Raven's story is that he said fuck you to his family. He was a privileged kid from fucking whatever. I did this for Gary. Because my message to you, dude, is that you are wanting in the scales of God right now. You are weighed in the balances, and you are found wanting in the eyes of the Creator. Do you know why? Because in 2019, when I was living with my wife and family in Colorado and I was recovering from wet brain, I heard that Gary Lamont Moore was homeless. And I said to myself, and my spirit immediately kicked in. My brain was fucked. But my spirit was still speaking to me, and it said, give that house to him. He's a great brother that corrects doctrine with the Hebrew Israelites. He has a good cause there. You support that brother. And me and my wife did that. I eventually got all the paperwork done, and the house in Scranton was his, which he ended up selling for upwards of $160,000. Now, you have two people that provided for you, that being me and my wife. We provided shelter for you when you were homeless. We didn't just provide some place for you to be for a week or two. No glasses come off. We didn't provide it for just a week or two. We said, in Christ, our dwelling is now yours. That's what we did, me and my girl. Because we saw a Christian in need, and when there's a Christian in need, you act. And if you don't act, what kind of fucking Christian are you? This is where it comes in that you start talking about people like, let's say, okay, you're going to start saying this is satanic, and I love it, okay? Metal is bought out for Christ now, if you haven't noticed, okay? They're in. That's because Christ went to the streets. He went to the byways and highways out there in metal concerts and shit. He goes to Head and Korn and goes, hey, buddy, I'm real. And Head's like, wow, Lord. And he comes to his fucking knees. And now his life is all about Jesus Christ and being baptized and having people baptized, and he's amazing. I got a word for Gary. You want to make this right? Because I do. We are suffering on a level you can't believe right now. We're in a state that every month is a struggle to feed ourselves. It's really that point. I want people to understand that we had pure hearts when we gave that to this man that I'm talking about, Gary Lamont Moore. We were two imperfect Christians hearing the call of a guy in need. That's a good brother. That's what we thought. There is no universe that exists, Gary, where what happened is okay in the eyes of God. You sold that property for $160,000. I bless that, and it's yours. However, there's property that I want back, and I think this is fair. Let's put the full fucking picture right in front of you, because this has been bothering me real bad. And I know what this book says about people like Gary. This book, the Holy Scripture. I know what this book says about people like this. We had an Ananias and Sapphira thing going when we took the house back from him. Now, he is in the position we were in. And he's failing miserably. If you want to make this right at all, Gary, this is what you said to me. Anytime you want, you whatever, I'll be in contact with you. You could just, we'll set up a time for you to get your stuff. Yeah, it's time now because it's been really, really ragging on me. So here, you want to make this right, Gary? Because I know in your spirit's not right. That's why you came to me and you said, oh, my sister was making me do it. Wait, you make anybody, who can make you do anything, G? Nobody can make you do anything. People know that about you. You're as stubborn as a fucking ox. Which I'm not saying is a bad thing. You're just setting your ways, and that's the way it is with you. So fine. You know in your spirit that you had two people that literally gave you a house for $1. And now we're destitute, horribly destitute, due to multiple reasons. But I would at least be able to sell that house if I didn't give it to you. And me and her would be we'd be in our own apartment, and I'd have some resources where I could have a stable job that I could definitely not get fired from because of my bipolar.
I have job skills. I can operate a cash register. I can add 2 and 2. I have job skills.
We provided. We just gave it freely. Did you have us in your house for a little while, feeding us ramen noodles until we almost were dead? Yeah. Watermelon. I've been literally feeling like in my spirit that this guy needs a spiritual even flow DDT, fucking Raven style. I take the fucking steel chair and I smash your fucking face off it spiritually. Even flow 1, 2, 3 in the ring, G. You're fucking done. Here's what I want. I want my mini PlayStation back with the PlayStation games. I want my N64 back with the N64 EverDrive. I want my Genesis back with the Genesis EverDrive.
I want my the Star Wars game.
Shanny wants Jedi Fallen Order back. Shanny wants her GameCube back with all the games. Okay?
You stole that from us.
That's it, G. This is theft because you never called me to try and set up a day to come and get stuff. Now's the time. Take a list because this is serious for your spirit. If you do this, you'll be cool with God because it will show that you have a modicum, a little bit of respect, just a little, for for the 2 people that kept you off the street.
And gave you a house.
And gave you a house for $1, which then I returned to you, the $1. Has anybody ever talked to you like this, Gary, in your life?